When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. And the Bulls about to kick it away and get this season started. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Arizona's offense will take the field first. And Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get... going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning a national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason. I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it. They love him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
Let's chat a little big picture Arizona. They had some players jump into the transfer portal, but they were able to hang on to some of their key pieces. Do you think really that's more the culture coming through or promises from the staff, David?
I think that's exactly how I would do it, because I can fill some of my holes and my gaps, especially for spring ball and for all those other steps to build depth, while I develop some of the younger guys. So you just kind of take a medium range of portal guys, Jesse.
Yeah, and David, I think the coaching staff knew they were going to lose some guys. Some guys didn't play enough last year, and they expected them to bounce. But they were able to hold on to some key people that a lot of other programs wanted. So give this coaching staff credit. Re-recruiting.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So USF's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And there has been a lot of talk about this guy. Jesse, they say the farther away you line up from the football, the easier it is to play early. When you're as good as this dude, you're going to play no matter what.
Well, this offense knew he was good coming out of high school. But talking to their quarterback and their coaching staff before the game, David,
he's going to take a shot right away. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Wants to go up top. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, and try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Bulls. They're on the board first here in the season opener. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Right on the money.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The kick is on its way, and they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're working that left side. Still on his feet at the 45. Off and running. He's at the... and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulls.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Hope. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Well, this tight end can run these crossing patterns, and he can catch the ball against man coverage or zone coverage. That time, nice job seeing the ball in, helping his QB out.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hope. They'll mark it down, and that'll be enough for an Arizona 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Wildcats just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Wants to throw again. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, USF.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Toss to the left. Breaks into the open. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough for that 1st down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the 1st down, gets out of bounds, new set of downs for this offense.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Going to go out on a limb and say they have a lot of him plays. Throw the ball to him. Already over 100 yards receiving.
Keep it simple, stupid. Just find this guy and get him the football. Now, if you're on defense, it's pretty obvious where this team is going with the ball. You're going to have to come up with a plan.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Florida.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the 1st half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They'll send the back in motion. Fires to the middle. And his throw is incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better touchdown, USF. And they take it in for 6 more points.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the 1st quarter yet.
The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. They'll try the right side. There he goes. He's at the slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
In the end zone.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Arizona runs out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and look for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll toss it to the left. Turning it on. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Encroachment defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Wants to go up top. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy, and we heard he's got a chance to be really, really good talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
All right, guys, big picture here. Let's talk some USF. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tell...
Oh, he's got some space. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Flushed out of the pocket. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident. Not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen. So that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
On target. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown Bulls. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated.
And down he goes back at the 3. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Let's talk a little about Arizona. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll toss it to the left. Breaks into the open. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
This doesn't happen with just anybody in tailback. You got to do this with a dude, a guy you know can roll. Just toss it to him, let him get out in the open field. He'll do the rest and make big gains.
Firing to the right, complete. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
It's 1st down from the 11. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. Touchdown, South Florida. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 1.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Louisville rolled to victory. And how about that Cardinals quarterback? Remember, this is a program that produced Lamar Jackson. So to gush about a play caller there, that's saying something. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the up. Racing down the left side. The 30. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the
The extra point is blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football there.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Bulls will have it first and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Looking to get it in. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and, man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play.
Touchdown, USF! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime. Guys, I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. He'll keep it himself. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Caught over the middle. It's Whitehead. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. From the gun, looking for a man. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Inside the 40. At the 30. 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulls.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see just how aggressive they'll be. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab on the left side. Off and running. Touchdown, Bulls. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
South Florida, 70. Arizona, 6.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. There he goes. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. And the Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. He's got him in the flat. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. And that one's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
From the gun on third down. Finds his tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind. He's going for it all. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, South Florida.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. He'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They go to the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many plays.
Turning it on. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, USF! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick this one away.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going to swing it on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw again. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, third and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third down.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Arizona runs out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Heels the punt and try to pick up some yards. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to adjust the pattern. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown Bulls. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
On that two-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up two-point conversion.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's open on the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Gets it out fast. At the 40, there he goes. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Bulls! Fitted in the window for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
Some running backs just have a nose for the end zone. That guy did a great job there in the two-point play, running that one in.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run.
Makes a catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Oh, he's got some space.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Arizona.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Set to kick this one away.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, South Florida.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out on the screen. Brings into the open. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Here comes the heat. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make...
Going for the big play. Makes the catch at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, USF.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. South Florida ready to... Offense back onto the field. He might want another play. They'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown Bulls. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Out of the end zone. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense changing the play. From the gun. And they can't make the connection.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the...
There he goes. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Snagged out of the air. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Quick pass on the jet motion. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And that's in Arizona.
The give out of the gun. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a...
Holds it in on the left. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Turning it on. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Bring in the heat. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got a man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Right? Boulevard. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Toledo was able to cap off a close one inside the Glass Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Rolling right and going deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the rope corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first. And the Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. Now sliding to his left. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
And you got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve.